those freaking interviews that we've done in the last few weeks. He's done it in about 2-3 days.
Yeah.
But if you saw the site a couple days ago, you saw that our boy Demetrius Stokes, the Stokester, who is absent, he went to see the Chikara show this past Saturday, which was the first independent booking where folks would see Bryan Danielson wrestle. And you know, from what Demetrius wrote in the recap, he enjoyed the hell out of Chikara. He said it was better than the Ring of Honor show he went to.
Don't tell them that.
Now, you've been to a Ring of Honor show. I've yet to be, you know.
I don't think they go to Miami. You're gonna have to come north. They don't go that far south. At least not yet.
No, not yet. Bastards. They need to hurry up and come south.
Email. Email your request. Mr. Adam Peters at ringofhonor.com or whatever his email address may be. But yeah,
what was that?
I enjoyed the heck of it. I enjoyed ROH, but you know, I have yet to get to a Chikara show. So I don't know. I wouldn't think Stokes. They've got 90% of their cast or crew or whatever wrestlers are in masks. I would have thought that the Stokester will be a little bit hesitant for some reason on this, but it's good to hear that he had a great time.
Now, Demetrius, why do you think Darius would think you were a little sensitive to them having masks on?
I don't know. He must think that I'm, a masked wrestler racist or something. I don't know. I don't know. Probably because, I'm generally, I don't know. I guess I'm not as, I don't want to say not as knowledgeable, but, I don't keep that close of an eye on the independent scene. Probably should. So maybe that's why Mr. Brown makes his assumption. And to be honest with you, and those of you that read the article, thanks a lot. And those of you that haven't, go ahead and read it, now while you're listening to us. But I was very, reluctant. I was not reluctant, but not expecting to be wild. I was just like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this show for the website, and that'll be the end of it. Took little Stokester with me, and he likes anything. Two midgets could be wrestling outside, and he would get entertained by it. So we're sitting there, and he's all shocked because I didn't tell him where we were going, so he was surprised by that. But the first match was it was cool. Then as the show just started going, the matches started getting better and better, and I just found myself having a ball with these cartoonish characters. The Colony, Soldier Ant, and Pinky Ant, and Fire Ant, and all these crazy characters. Ultra Mantis Black, and I was looking for Ice Cream and Ice Cream Jr., but they weren't there Saturday. But if you guys read the article, I'm telling you, man, Soldier Ant is like John Cena in a mask. I swear to God. He is he comes out, he salutes the crowd. All he needs is Cena's theme music, and he would be like John Cena. I swear John Cena stole Soldier Ant's gimmick. But it was actually, all kidding aside, the quality of wrestling was very, very good. If you're a fan of it's a lot of, as Shane likes to call Jeff Hardy a spot monkey, there are a lot of spots in the match, in their matches, fancy, hurricane ranas, and just, diving over the top rope. And but it's exciting to watch. And they have a few guys that really, really stood out. And, quite honestly, I think might have a, future maybe in one of the big boys. So I enjoyed it, man. It was nice. I am officially a Chikara fan. I enjoyed their show more than the Ring of Honor show I went to a few months ago.
All right. Yeah. So, Chikara, you hear that? We appreciate having Bryce Remsburg on last week's show. Got about 1,000 listens so far. Get some more Chikara guys up on Hit the Road. You got fans and you got people in Florida that want to see you. You got people in South Carolina that would like to see you too.
Yeah, for sure. I told the guys, I told them there, you guys gotta get to those areas. The crowd there, they have apparently a legion of Michigan fans that, honestly, I had no idea. It was a good 300 people there, I would say, maybe even more. And you got to understand, this is like in a flea market. So we're not talking about whereas Ring of Honor show was at least in like a small theater, if you will, but just like in one of the halls. But this was like a flea market. We walked in and people were like, trying to sell me like bootleg Detroit Tiger hats and all kind of crap like that before we actually got to the back and got to the rest of the show. So for them to have that turnout, Bryce himself, talking to him during the show, he said he was surprised at the turnout, and he actually credited Hit the Ropes for that. He said, I want to thank you guys because you got the word out and you put us on the show and you threw something up on the website, and I just got people interested. This is a much bigger crowd than we thought. And I'm like, come on, we had nothing to do with that. But hey, we'll take the credit. But the man of the hour was definitely Mr. Danielson, and it was very, very interesting. He made a couple of comments that I didn't include in the article because I couldn't remember his exact verbiage, but he basically he talked about PG. He talked about what's PG and what's not PG. And he said Chikara is PG, and though the WWE tries to paint this picture like they're PG, what you see on their television, in his opinion, is still not PG. So in other words, he was saying, hey, I strangled Justin Roberts with a tie, what's the big deal, in essence, is what he was saying. He said there's a lot worse that you see on WWE TV right now that, that doesn't warrant anybody getting fired, and he was let go. So,
well, let me ask you this, Stokester. If that's a PG show, the rumor has it, from what I'm hearing through the grapevine, he did some very non-PG things himself on that show.
At the Chikara show?
At the Chikara show.
I'm trying to remember. First of all, when he came to the ring, he got like a thunderous pop, and like 200 ties got thrown to the ring, which is hilarious. He grabbed one and tried to choke Bryce with it. He was like chasing him around. That was funny. But I can't remember anything that he did.
No, I was just referencing, his tie being un-PG in WWE, and then he goes for it in Chikara. Which did we not warn Bryce about this before the show, and yet he still gets chased around with a tie? What's going on with the guy?
It doesn't. Yeah, who knows? Didn't take us seriously. HTR knows. We've got the inside scoop, I guess. I don't know. But, you didn't have to be so modest there, Demetrius. You could have said yes. HTR did make you guys get 300-plus people. We could do that. We have the power. Now get us more people. But were you able to, talk with any of the other guys other than Bryce at the show? Did you perhaps set up some interviews or